What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slasher here. We are back with another music reaction of Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
Together we are...
HellaDepraved.
Yes, we are. So as soon as Ekoh dropped this, I was like, when we can, I want to get to that.
Right.
And here we are.
Ekoh.
Because we love Ekoh.
Definitely.
Ekoh, easily an S-tier artist.
Easily.
And if you don't believe that, I've got two words for you. Fuck off. Yeah.
I mean, those work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super excited for this. I hear this is definitely one of the more
introspective
ones
All
he's
right.
done in a while. From what I've
Sounds
heard.
good to me.
So I'm excited for this. We love Ekoh regardless of the bag he's in.
Pickle Rick, Lost Boys,
Butterfly.
something a bit more personal. Doesn't matter.
Right.
But I do like his serious, like, contemplative, vulnerable ones quite a bit.
Last time we seen him, he got pulled out of a window. So.
That's true.
Or it wasn't a window, it was pulled down into the cellar, I think.
Same difference.
Something. He was pulled somewhere.
From one floor down.
Right.
Right.
So yeah. With that being said, we're going to react to this if you guys have already seen it. If not, click the link in the description below. Hop on over to the things coming back. Because I didn't realize if I was actually going into the normal intro or if I was going into the outro.
Huh.
I got confused.
Right. Too much energy.
But yeah, click the link in the description below. Hop on over to the things coming back. Because we're commentary, reaction, breakdown, comedy channel. And what that means is we will pause for any and or all of the above. So with that being said, it's time to slash it up and break it down. This is Ekoh with Save Yourself, Fool. No, it's just Save Yourself. Let's get it.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I have an idea.
Does it involve nakedness?
No, this is.
Old
Come on.
school. That's what that is.
Dance with me.
It's
Come
like
on.
I was lying down.
And I know you think you know me, but you don't know where I've been. I'm a mess, what's happiness when you just fuck it up again? I might lose my way, I might not come back. And I know you try to stay to help, but go and save yourself.
Yeah, this ain't a way to be living, I get it. Didn't know how bad it was until you actually said it. Breaking down but telling everyone I'm fine. And no, I promised I would talk before I crossed the line again, but didn't. Yeah, I guess that's just the way my head works. Open up another couple scars before you mend yours. I don't learn from watching others crash, I gotta wreck first. Cause I don't think that love is really love until you get her, yeah. And I know what you think, said it's hard to love me when I don't love myself. And I'm on the brink of trading in the sobriety for a fucking drink.
That brings up an interesting thought. Not really knowing what love is until you really experience the opposite of it.
Right? But expecting all love to hurt because of it. Like, if it doesn't hurt, it's not a true type of love. That's
Which is
what
wrong,
that's
by
what
the
he's
way.
saying, but I
It's
mean,
wrong, by the way.
and obviously it sounds like he's aware of the fact that that's just the way his brain works. It's not what is real. I love your singing voice, by the way. I love it. I just had to say that since we don't hear it all that often, and that's how the entire thing started. I mean, I think a lot of us work that way, though. Like, even if we say that we're going to talk about something before we drop off the deep end into depression, yeah, I'll come to you with my problems. Yeah, I'll definitely discuss it next time before it gets so bad. Yeah.
Right.
We don't want to burden somebody else. Like he said, open up a couple scars before you heal yours. You know, it's like, I don't want to contribute to somebody else's problems. You know? I get it.
Right. Food looks good, though. I might be hungry.
Might be.
Cause I don't think that love is really love until you get her, yeah. And I know what you think, said it's hard to love me when I don't love myself. And I'm on the brink of trading in the sobriety for a fucking drink. And I don't wanna talk about it till we're about to sink, yeah. And maybe I just need a day off. Maybe I'm just more fucking comfortable in the chaos. You say you love me, say you stay on. Invested all your time, I wonder when it's gonna pay
I
off.
know you think you know me, but you don't know where I've been. I'm a mess, what's happiness when you just fuck it up again? I might lose my way, I might not come back. And I know you try to stay to help, but go and save yourself.
So afraid of the failure that now I'm barely living. Spent a lifetime of working with nothing left to give it. Looking back at the things I've been doing, feel I miss it. I've been running forever, but don't know how you did it. When you're sitting right next to me, don't know where I go. I'm in my head with these songs and pick apart every note. These insecurities killing me, but I never show. The things I'm thinking are probably worse than you'll ever know, yeah. And we've been feeling like we can't move. Same house, same walls, but a different view. Spending time avoiding this inconvenient truth. I got some problems and I'm sick of trying to blame you.
Cause I feel like I've been on my own. In my head, the light goes and I see you fall when standing beside me. And every night I lie awake, trying to fight, but every day I'm feeling less like me.
Yeah, still waiting for me to open up. And she ain't cheating, just fantasizing about who I was. Fell in love with this image that I portray, but no, it ain't a lie. It's who I wanna be at the end of the day. I know the feelings and the thoughts that keep me down. Depression and anxiety hanging inside the clouds. No matter where I go, they keep following me around. And you think that one day I can make it out.
I know you think you know me, but you don't know where I've been. I'm a mess, what's happiness when you just fuck it up again? I might lose my way, I might not come back. And I know you try to stay to help, go and save yourself. Save yourself.
Well, I like the way that that was done, where he came in where the cassette tape started playing and then ended when she turned it off, which basically signified the end of their, well, night together, time together, relationship,
Right.
whatever period of time you're looking at. That's an interesting conundrum to get yourself into, which happens a lot, which is if you think you're just fated to always fuck things up that make you happy, you don't try.
Right.
Because it's just going to fail. So you don't invest properly, at least. And you spend time overthinking, like he was talking about, obsessing over every note and so on and so forth. He just, overthinks, stretches himself thin until there's less of him to give. And then he's not investing the right way, the healthy way into the relationship, because he's pretty sure that he's going to screw it up. And that puts up a wall between them. And then how long do you go on as the other person in that relationship before it is actually hurting you to love that person to the point that you've got to call it quits?
Right. I loved the way the video was shot. She was talking about the lyrics. I'm going to go into the visual side of things. Because it was very much like her trying to be there for him and like trying to get his attention.
Pull him out of his
And
himself.
he's so zoned out, he barely even notices that she's there.
Right.
And I absolutely, especially with the tone of the song, love the way it ended with him being like, yo, go save yourself.
Right.
And getting up, walking away.
Again, you can tell that, like, he cares about her,
Right.
but he's not investing himself in her
Right.
because of all of those insecurities and his fear that he's just going to fuck it up and that it's going to hurt more in the end when he does. And so there's a wall between them that she keeps trying to break down with the play fighting, the breaking into like what he's doing so that they can make out, getting him to try and do kind of fun, spontaneous things like dancing. And then, yeah, you see at the end, like, she's turning off the cassette tape, kind of like, all right, I will. But you can tell he still really cares about her because he's telling her, this isn't healthy, and I know it's not. You need to go do you. Take care of yourself. But it is one of those, like, mental illness created situations.
Right.
And I've been there. Not necessarily in, like, a relationship context, necessarily. Because I've always been the person that's way more invested. But then when I'm done, I stick around longer than I should, but without any investment. So, you know.
The one thing so like the one thing I can say to anybody that feels they may having issues like this in life, and I don't know how much of this was Ekoh's personal situations coming into the writing of his music,
Right.
or how much of it might be storytelling. I don't know. Obviously,
I think a lot of it was past from what I remember reading about it. I could be incorrect. That could be wrong,
but I feel like you can run into a few people that you think would be perfect for you, but you might not be perfect for them. But I feel like there will come a time for a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people where you just know it's right.
right.
And it's hard to explain, and I know there's going to be so many people that have been like, well, I've been in so many relationships before that I thought was right.
Right.
And I'm like, but there's a difference between thinking it's right.
Okay. There's a difference into tricking yourself into thinking it's right. Because what I was going to say is
Right.
my level of investment in past relationships was more trying to force happiness on myself.
Right.
Knowing that there were red flags. Like, very early on. Seeing things that I was like, okay, that's not good. Not necessarily just that's not good for me, but that's not good. But I wanted to be normal. Basically.
Right.
And I think, you know, he did use the common, I want to say it's a cliche, but it's not really the whole, like, you've got to love yourself before you can love someone else, which isn't really necessarily true, because with mental illness and so on and so forth, you're never going to necessarily, like, fully love yourself. But you've got to be comfortable with your faults.
Right.
And have worked on the things that you know are toxic to everybody, not just a certain few, but everybody. You know, basically, don't be an asshole. But you do have to be open. And I think that's what the problem was here. He had so little trust in himself and what he saw as what he deserved,
Right.
that he wasn't allowing himself the experience, whether or not it would have been the right relationship or wrong relationship in the end, you know, because he thought he was always the reason happiness failed. He wasn't even.
And well, the reason I had said what I had said, what I was going to go into was when you find that person that, like, you just know it's where you're supposed to be. And like I said, it is a huge difference between thinking that you're with somebody and knowing. Those walls go away.
Yeah, it's not. really even?
Because I've spent most of my post-marriage life 100% guarded against anyone I was dating. Now, I'm not saying that I didn't open up ever, but like just staying guarded in terms of being careful about what was said. Not necessarily fully feeling 100% comfortable with sharing things.
Lack of trust.
And stuff like that. And then meeting her, haven't had any issues with it whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then again, like so many other relationships, being worried because, you know, every relationship I'd been in, I'd been cheated on, to not even having to feel like I have that worry or care at all in the world.
And I didn't even live here for months.
Right. So it's like I said, it's one of those things where it is rough. Life's rough in general. Love even more so.
And then dealing with all of that with mental health problems.
Right. To eventually it's just not.
Right. Now that doesn't mean that like
now I still
those
deal
old
with
fears
depression
and insecurities don't just like pop up and say hi from time to time. Does that mean that they like start kind of encroaching on our actual relationship? No. But the depression and stuff still visit. Like
I say depression's something that
yeah.
will never go away. And I have my good days, I have my bad days, but
I still have problems like vocalizing when I'm having a tough time or a bad day or whatnot. I mean, but none of the fear over his reaction if I discuss it is there. None of that judgment or feeling like he just won't care and any of the stuff that I had dealt with before. It's just actually getting the words out of my mouth that is still an issue.
you understand the words that are coming
Right.
out of my mouth?
I mean, I just spent so long training myself to not say anything at all. So, again, this was...
It's actually one of my favorite Ekoh songs.
I was going to say...
I love it.
And he's saying so much in this that I fell in love with it for that alone. And then it being such a deep, relatable song.
Right.
I really like it. This is... Congratulations, dude. You just keep outdoing yourself. And the cinematography with everything... I don't think I've seen any music videos that I wouldn't have been like, oh, this is on Vivo. Ever. From Ekoh. That they're that good.
Right.
So...
Fantastic job, man. Fantastic job. All right. So with that being said, if you guys like the video, slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, comment down below. What did you think of Ekoh with Save Yourself? Also, comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for all the things.
Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
With that being said, we love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see the Depraved people later.